Fade in on Harbor Vale, a sleepy town in coastal Maine. Its residents continually harrowed by an unyielding mist that intrudes from the Atlantic. And, much like the town, veiled by this persistent precipitation, its residents veil secrets of their own.
Secrets of an ancestral curse and the desire to embrace it.
Secrets of justice, distributed in the shadows.
Secrets of newfound duty and a life left behind.
Secrets of bestial instinct, clawing its way to the surface.
And as we cast our eyes towards these silent secrets, we shall delve even deeper into what truly transpires down by the bay. Hello, and welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I will be your master of ceremonies. Where last we left off, the search for Austin Butler had begun. Isla found out a little more about the circumstances of the Cipriano's divorce, and Avery got a chilling realization when, while gazing into the abyss, whatever she saw gazed back at her. A great big thank you to my co-host, player, and wonderful wife, Nicole Tuttle-Robb, for taking over scoring these last couple of episodes and this episode right here. She'll probably be taking that mantle on for the next while, and for that I'm very appreciative. With all that out of the way, please enjoy this episode of These Silent Secrets Down by the Bay. What's going on?
Hey.
We're living life and we're recording a podcast.
That we are.
Yeah.
Woo.
Hey, it's good to see your lovely faces.
It's good to see
Hello,
you too.
everyone.
Oh, stop it, you guys. All right, so a catch-up moment. One cool thing everyone's up to. Go. I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm recording a new audiobook.
New audio, like a full book.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you allowed to tell us what it is?
It's called Knight's Rebirth.
Okay.
And it's about a knight that dies.
And their rebirth?
And he comes back as an undead. It's kind of like a Dark Souls romance.
Oh.
So I've always
I'm
been
in.
curious. So when you're
I've always thought of Dark Souls as a romance.
when you're doing like an audiobook, do you have to do different voices?
I do. There are narrators out there that don't.
I've never actually listened to like an audiobook before. So like
They almost always try to differentiate at least a little bit, but there are some that like fully go for it, and I think those are the best ones.
And that's what I try to do.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Well, then you're one of the best ones.
That's clearly what it's.
Do you
That's what I
mean it?
said.
I heard it first. I heard Marcus is the best audiobook narrator.
Because you just tweeted about that the other day, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I favored, like, I don't remember. How does Twitter work?
Favorite it. I have the gods' favor.
Any other cool things?
I'll give something that I'm going to frame as a cool thing, but as possibly one of the nerdiest things I've ever said. I think that I'm going to, because I'm very excited for the new Sonic movie. I think I'm going to stream every Sonic game from the start that I own, because I've only ever actually played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Heroes on the GameCube.
Hit it.
And all the other ones have worked their way into my Steam library across the years somehow, but I haven't played
like
any
Sonic
of them.
Riders?
Oh man, I wish. I'm sure there's a way I can get my hands on
Riders
it,
is
but
pretty dope.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Genesis is top tier.
that's going to be the second one. But do you remember when you would go to like a Target or a Best Buy or a Walmart or whatever, and they would have those like demo stations for like game consoles set up for like the PS2, GameCube, Xbox era? I used to play Sonic Riders on those setups whenever I got the chance.
Your neck was just like,
and I would do
the
like
entire time.
Exactly. You're just like facing up like 70 degrees.
That's
and it
what
was
made me know
horrible.
I wanted a GameCube, was because of Sonic Adventure Battle 2 and playing City Escape 50 million times at Walmart. And I was like, I need this.
Yes, City Escape and Metal Harbor are like two songs that are like burned into my memory.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Yeah, forever. I'm terrified that I'm going to play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I'm going to find out that it's an awful game. That it's like all nostalgia, rose-colored glasses.
Nope,
and I'm going to actually play it.
You're going to go to the
this is
KO Garden and it's
unplayable.
going to be fine.
That's true.
I thought of something cool.
Okay.
I am almost finished with all 10 episodes of a audio drama that I was commissioned to write for Platform Production Company. And I was supposed to have it finished months ago. Let's not talk about that. Platform, if you're listening, no, you're not. But they're almost finished, and I'm so close.
That's good.
Is procrastination cool? Because I think it is.
Oh, it's very cool.
Yeah, that's what all the cool kids did.
Cool.
When I was in the school.
Cool. There it is.
Any more cool things? Do we just want to jump into it?
I'll throw one more in here just for fun. But I had my second TikTok ever break 1 million views.
No.
That's a big one.
Freddie, I got 3 likes on my last TikTok.
I haven't posted
The algorithm is weird.
So.
I don't know what's going on.
I love that. That's awesome. Which video was it?
It was the one that Marcus found me on. It was the D&D JoJo one.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
I knew that I was playing with fire when I mixed with those two things, and you know what? It turned out great.
There you go. You know, I recently figured out where the term "fight fire with fire" came from. So it's like, especially like when in forest fire stuff, they would dig a trench, like a circular trench around the fire, and then they would literally backburn everything so that the fire didn't have any fuel to keep growing. So they literally fought fire with fire.
Look at that.
Science. Fantastic.
Science.
Are we ready to play this game?
Let's get it.
Avery, Kanan, and Jason stand in the kitchen, Isla upstairs, trying to locate Austin, who'd not yet returned from his alcohol run. Avery, after using her abilities to gaze into the abyss, only to find something deeply troubling, gazing back, reels blood running from her nose. Jason and Kanan offer some ice and comforting words to Avery, while Isla does a little more digging into the affairs of the Ciprianos. And that is where we've left off. So, Isla, you are upstairs in the attic, I believe, still, whereas the other 3 of you are downstairs in the kitchen. Xavier just recently stormed past you all outside and is still sort of frantically looking around for his friend. So, what would people like to do?
I think first I'm just trying to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, after I would say probably good 2 or so minutes, it's you get it staunched. It doesn't. It kind of slows down. You've got that kind of gross when you have a nosebleed and the inside of your nose feels really kind of dry, and you're like, now I'm uncomfortable. But yeah, after a bit, your head's still kind of pumping, not pumping, but pounding. But yeah, your nose stops bleeding.
I grab one of the liquor bottles that still feel kind of cold, so maybe one of the ones that we don't poke it. Hold on, I'm starting over. I grab a Canada Dry from the fridge.
Cool, yeah, you grab one of the 2 liters that were in the fridge.
There we go. And I use that to make my head feel cool again. So I just basically just slam it up against my temple.
Well, Jason had given you an ice pack last time.
Yeah, I need both.
That you had. So you got ice pack in a 2 liter, just kind of sitting on the front of your head.
Yeah, one for the nose, one for the head.
Very good, very good, very good. The other 2 that are in the kitchen, what are you guys up to?
Who else is in the kitchen besides us right now?
I mean, there's a couple people that are just sort of, spaced around.
Wait, so did other people see me freak out and fall on the ground?
No, I mean, if they were around, they didn't even most people are kind of. I won't say self-absorbed, but everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Unless something gets crazy loud and super big, then no one's really paying attention. You just kind of had a moment where you went and came out of a thing, and it wasn't a big spectacle or anything. Jason just managed to notice. So.
Okay, cool, because I got a reputation. And the weird girl at parties is not it.
But yeah, you got a couple faceless classmates that we haven't given any sort of recognition to, and that's really about it, that are kind of scattered around.
I would say during this time, you guys would all notice that Kanan does not do well with blood. There's just something about it that Kanan's seems tense.
Noted.
I'll probably noticing that, I'll probably reposition myself between Kanan and Avery to block their sight of the blood, so I don't have to look at it. And I'm just gonna kind of kneel down and be like, Avery, did you see something?
Yeah, lots of soup, apparently.
Okay. I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. I think we need to wrap up this party.
I think you're probably right.
Kanan, surprised, immediately puts a hand to Jason's forehead to make sure that he's okay. Are you feeling all right, man? do you know what you just said?
Look, I know what I said. I know it's not standard Jason vernacular to say it's party time dunzo, but like I think whatever's going on is serious.
I mean, is everyone okay? Did I miss something or
I don't
Good talk.
I don't know if Austin is okay. I don't really know how to explain how I know that, but I have I guess a feeling.
Did he text you or something or
No, nothing like that. I guess I just call it intuition.
Well, does he need help? Do we need to go get him or was he not okay to drive? He said he was okay to drive.
Kanan, I don't think that had anything to do with it. I really don't know how to explain this. That makes any sense without completely. Oh gosh. Okay.
Look, I can tell you're upset about this, and I'm not trying to put you on the spotlight or put you out or anything. Just if somebody needs help and I can help, just tell me what I need to do. Do we need to go find him, or do you know where he was, or what we can do? I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm just you're kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not trying to do that. I don't know where Austin is, and I don't really know what happened. All I do know is that I don't think he's okay.
Do I see Xavier around anywhere?
You see him kind of walk past the sliding glass door to the backyard. As he makes probably his 6th lap around the house. He definitely isn't cool, calm, or collected as he's just sort of speeding around, stopping, turning around, going the other way a bit, stopping, turning around, walking back the other direction, and he's kind of a mess.
Okay, I'll go talk to him in a second.
Cool. Before we get there, let's pop up to the attic. So, Isla, you have just found a bevy of information regarding the Cipriano's divorce. What would you like to do?
I feel stayed my welcome. I've got his candlestick in my pocket, a key to their shed, and now some divorce papers. So I think tonight is a win. We're going to call it a night.
Cool. So you head back downstairs. You do see Avery and Kanan and Jason in the kitchen as you sort of come down the stairs. Jason making his way towards the back door. And are you just making your way out?
Yeah, I'm going to go front.
Awesome. So, Isla, you make your way out the front door, and are you just heading back to the crab shack?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you walk your way across town, as illustrated by your original walk here. It takes a while. You're kind of across town. This is like the ritzy end of town, and you stay literally on the edge of the coast. Are you looking for more things as you go, like you did your walk here, or are you just kind of beelining it?
I think that my pockets are pretty heavy and full.
Cool.
And I think I'm going to make it just straight home.
So you just beeline out. I'm assuming you grab your phone from the
yes, I unplug
from the speaker in the living room
first,
as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you unplug, you grab your other phone.
Yes, 2 phones now.
Not counting the iPhone that you definitely stole.
Yes.
And begin your walk home. In an effort to keep the sort of time moving at the same flow, we will pop back to that in a moment. Jason, you're stepping outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Xavier.
Awesome. So yeah, you step outside. Xavier, like I said, is just kind of like moving back and forth. Like pacing very erratically. He's got his phone out. He's typing texts in and sending it. Putting the phone to his ear, and a couple seconds later saying, "Damn it," and redialing and trying again.
Hey, Xavier.
Yeah.
Dude, anything?
No, nothing.
Look, am
I over exaggerating? Like, am I freaking out?
No, I think this is a totally this makes sense. Okay, I mean, like, your friend is missing right now. We don't know where he is.
Okay.
This is a normal thing. Don't feel like you're being weird for like freaking out.
His phone probably just died or something, right?
Probably. Look, a couple of the other people and I are also like, I don't know if we're all getting in our heads about this and just like echoing each other, but I think we're gonna head out and try to look for him.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
If you seem stressed.
Yeah.
Because
we
are.
should probably just call this a night. Right?
I was gonna say it might be a good time to wrap up, and we'll head out and see if we can find this guy.
Everyone's going to think I'm lame as hell. All right.
No one's going to think you're lame. Dude, this party was rad as hell the whole way through.
Thanks.
Just because it had like a weird ending doesn't like mess up the rest of the party, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And he
There's
walks...
leftover soup if you want it.
No, I'm good.
Okay,
and
souvenir.
He walks inside and it sort of makes his way to the living room, noticing the music has stopped because the phone that was the music playlist is gone. He's, like he walked in like he's about to say like, "Hey, turn the music down," but then the music's off, and he sort of goes, "Hey, everybody." Yeah, I think we're gonna be calling this one a little short tonight, but keep an ear out for news of Halloween. It's looking
Halloween.
Like if all goes according to plan, we'll be having a party at the Family Fun Center. So, and some people are like, "All right, okay," and people sort of are slowly grabbing their things and making their way towards the door. So the party is quickly breaking up.
I go over to Kanan.
Cool.
Well, I'm already there, but I like I like turn back to Kanan after looking at Xavier, and I offered you and Jason a ride, didn't I?
Yeah.
Do you still need that?
Would it be weird if I asked for a ride to the liquor store?
No, I can definitely do that. I you know what? I parked a little bit further down the road.
You flew here, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%. Avery forgot she doesn't have her car.
Oh my god. Incredible.
So it might take me a couple minutes to like go get the car and come back, but I'll be back soon. So if you just want to like I don't know, pack up, I'll be back, okay?
Okay, I feel like if nobody can get a hold of Austin and we know he went to the liquor store, maybe we should check there.
That's a great idea.
I don't know. Hopefully it's something as innocuous as he was just tired and fell asleep in his car in the parking lot or something like that. I don't know, but I just feel like if nobody can get a hold of him, we should check.
You're right. We should. Why don't you get Jason... Get coats. Did you bring coats? I don't know. Look, you should make sure that you didn't bring your coat. I'll be back.
Well, do you need someone to walk you to your car? It's
no.
dark out.
I'm pretty fast when I'm on my own, so I got
fast.
this. I'll be right back.
Are you just okay? And I am assuming she just walks away, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I think the whole time Avery's like shit. As soon as she is out of like eyesight of like anyone down the sidewalk, just ravens out as much as she can, or as fast as she can. It takes a little bit longer, but
Do you have to make a roll for that, or is that just a thing that happens?
No, it just happens.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I raven out and I fly home. It's not too far because you said this is like the ritzy part of town. Her family did live in the ritzy part of town. Like they have an estate kind of thing. So it's not too long. But she like flies as fast as she can.
Yeah, it takes you about 10, 15 minutes, I would say, for you to get back, get your keys, come back out, get the car, drive down the road.
While she's getting her car, I want to pop back in with Kanan.
Cool.
And just ask, hey, I know that we're all stressed about everything right now. Do you know how Alexandria got here? Does she need a ride?
I think she drove. I was just about to ask her if she would need me to walk her to her car or...
Okay, that's good. I was just going to say, if we're still waiting here for Avery to get back with her car, I was going to offer, because I'm not... Just because we're panicking doesn't mean I'm not going to wingman you. And I like pull out the key to my bike lock, and I say, if you need to give Alexandria a ride back to her place and then pop back over here, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Unless she drove, in which case this doesn't matter.
I appreciate what you're doing, despite how awkward you're making this for me. And whenever you're talking to me, Kanan is just beet red again. I'm like, let me ask her and see what she wants to do, but I appreciate the keys to the whip, and I'll talk to her. And even talking to Jason. Kanan's just like still a bundle of nerves. But yeah, after that, I would just go over and talk to Milligan and see what she wants to do.
Yeah, you go over to Alexandria. I'm trying to remember where, because like you guys were outside, and then
she came back inside with me.
Gotcha, cool. She's probably not too far from you, so you walk over.
Hey, I know we kind of mentioned it earlier, but did you need a ride home, or?
Oh no, I rode my bike, so yeah, it's only like 10 minutes or so. So I'll just ride my bike home, okay?
Okay. Well, actually, hey, that's perfect. Because Avery and Jason and I were gonna go see if we can find Austin, but she said it would be like 10 or 15 minutes. I can ride with you. Jason let me borrow his bike, so.
Oh no, I think I'll be okay, but I really appreciate it. And she kind of reaches out and kind of like puts her hand like on like the like the crook of your elbow a little bit.
Super tense, but like doesn't pull away, but like that like nervous like okay. Well, if you need someone to go with you, I can.
Yeah,
if you change your mind.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you get home safe, Especially with everything that's going on. It's just a weird night, and there's something in the air. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off paranoid.
No, you're good. She takes out like her phone. She goes, "Why don't you give me your number, and then I'll text you when I make it."
Okay. And I like take her phone, and I'm suddenly gorilla thumbs, and I'm just like having a hard time typing. I'm so nervous, but I like after a few times of like backspace K-A, and like I finally get it into the phone, like here, and I keep my phone on all the time, so if you ever need anything, not just tonight, feel free to text me or call if you want to talk, or I don't know, go on a walk or ride bikes or something.
Okay, I will.
Cool. All right. Well, I had a nice night hanging out with you.
I did too. I'll see you on Monday, okay?
Okay.
And she leaves, and she gets on her bike, and she pedals off.
OTP.
Okay.
We love it.
Turn back to Jason. I'm like, hey, man, I don't need these, but I think it worked out.
Hey, sometimes, look, you know the expression, it's the thought that counts? This counts, all right? That's a point for Kanan. And I take the keys back.
The thought of the bike? But I don't know.
That you offered to bike back with her. Even if she doesn't need the accompaniment, she appreciates that you offered. All right? You're doing great.
I mean, you know girls better than I do, so.
Sure. And I guess while we're waiting for Avery to come back, I am going to find Xavier one more time because I forgot to ask him something last time.
All right, cool. We'll pop back to that, and then so we're going to jump out to Miss Hart. So you've walked across town. Some time has passed. It's been a brisk October night. As the sun's gone down, it's gotten cold. You're seeing your breath as you walk. Eventually, you sort of crest a hill. You see the sea off in the distance. You're home. It kind of warms your heart until you start to get a bit closer. You see sort of littering the shoreline. Small dots from where you're standing, but as you get closer, fish, an unfathomable amount of fish lie dead, motionless, the water lapping over them bright red. Are you familiar with the phenomenon, Mariah, of red tide?
I sure am, yes.
I would say Isla is probably familiar with this as well. Never to this magnitude, however.
I definitely need to keep my cool here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Please give me a roll. Hey, have we passed the keep cool roll yet?
I know I haven't.
I don't know. So let us see.
I did on the Forever Soup chug.
Yes, on the very good chug. That's right.
As you
fucking knocked that shit out of the
through my drink, yeah.
That is a 4.
That's a 4.
So we can't win them all.
Have we won any of them? Like. It's been
just one. Just one drinking. The only one that we won is one that didn't matter that
much. Awesome. How many experiences does that put you at?
2.
I should keep track of this.
I'm at 2.
2. Okay. So you see this, and your mind goes from the calm of taking a nice, cool walk by yourself after a night of some pretty heavy espionage to racing as the ocean, your home, the place that you have come here to seek out the dangers against it and protect, is in a far worse state than you had ever imagined. The entire coastline is painted red, and your job has just seemingly gotten exponentially larger. So how does this look?
So I think Isla is currently on the dock, and seeing this immediately makes her way down to the beach and picks up one of the many fish and does a little ceremony of sorts.
Okay.
Makes a little ring in the sand, places it down, and since I am a siren, will sing the song of my people.
Okay. You, this is, and is this a move? I don't remember.
No, it's not. Just fun.
Just some. Awesome. So you start to sing this song, this mournful, almost dirge of a tune, and a few moments afterwards, after your song sort of echoes across the sea, you almost hear it come back to you, almost in response. Your family, your brethren, your people feeling the same sorrow that you are.
I think with new conviction, I'm going to get up off the beach, head back to the shack, slide the divorce papers underneath the front door so they don't get wet, hop into the ocean and swim up through the bedroom hole.
Awesome. So you come up through the hole in the floor as you've done plenty of times. You feel disgusting. You know, going into the sea is one thing, but you feel this like gross film almost that in that short time you were in the water has already accumulated on your skin. That gross of whatever like mineral deposit or sort of algae bloom that has caused this phenomenon to happen, mixed with like the decaying fish, and you just feel awful.
Yeah, so I think in Isla's room, I think she's definitely been to a Cipriano party before and has swiped a family photo and has it pinned either somewhere hidden or like on the back of her door or something.
Oh, it's on a dartboard.
Sure, of course, corkboard with lines.
Conspiracy board.
It was left in the office. It's just a full-on cork dartboard.
I was trying to be secret about it, but sure. But
if you wanted to be full murder board,
let's do it. So I think that Isla walks up to her murder cork board.
I love it.
And swipes a little bit of that gross, disgusting film off of her arm and kind of like rubs it right on Cipriano's face.
On Sal's face?
Yes, on Sal's face. Just really gets it in there. Like she's wanting him to taste it.
Off. Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah, you wipe this off, and it comes off like a paste. It is thick, and it's green and red and brown, and it's just gross. And you smudge this over Sal Cipriano, a quick and in the moment feeling inconsequential moment of solace that is quickly re-overtaken by the dread of what you've just witnessed. And is there anything else that Isla is planning to do this evening?
We're going to get the divorce papers from the front door, and there is a file cabinet in the manager's office of the Crab Shack.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And I think that's where she's going to start her evidence file. Yeah.
Very good. Hell yeah, yeah. You retrieve them from the front door. You bring them on over, and you get them filed neatly. There's luckily some old folders and stuff that were full of shit that you can kind of just shake out and repurpose. And your case files have begun.
Yes.
Very good. Awesome. So yeah, moving back, Avery, you take off into the skies. Mm-hmm. You flap home and retrieve your car and start heading back. I think the last bit of business at the party, Jason, you were going to talk to Xavier one last time?
Yeah, just one last time.
One last time. Yeah, he's inside. He's already kind of started, picking up bottles and, has a trash bag in his offhand that he's just kind of putting trash into.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pop in. I'm like, hey, Xavier, sorry, one last thing. Did Austin leave anything here? I just figure if we find him and run into him, we might as well take some of his stuff back.
No, I mean, he had, I'm assuming, his phone and his wallet with him, and then he took his keys when he left, and it's cold, so he had his jacket on already, so I don't think so.
All right. Makes sense. Do you have anything of his just lying around? If not, that's fine. Just wondering, just making sure.
For why?
I just, if he left anything, wanted to get it back to him. But if he didn't, that's fine too. Good luck cleaning up.
I've got a toothpick. Do you want that?
You know what? Why not? And I'll take the toothpick.
You're a weird guy, Chin. You're a weird guy.
I do like a sweeping bow, and I'm like, thank you. And then I just zoom back out the door.
Classic. Eventually Avery arrives. You do to make your way out and join her.
I drive an Oldsmobile.
Nice.
It was my grandfather's.
Good. So you hop into the Oldsmobile.
Yeah, you have to get in. Well, actually, the door works just fine when you're getting in, but when you're getting out, you have to roll down the window and open it from the outside.
Oh, you have to do the roll down.
Yeah.
Very good.
So,
where are you all heading?
The liquor store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's
Who's sitting shotgun? I must know. Or are you both squeezed in the front?
Yeah, you're our Uber driver. I probably as Avery pulls up, I'd probably yell shotgun.
Cool. Kanan was about to yell shotgun,
but
missed it. It's okay. Just resigns themselves to the back seat.
As while I'm sitting in the front seat, while we're on our way there, I want to turn to Avery and I'm gonna be like, okay, you know that there's soup out there, so don't worry about it. Kanan, we can talk about this one later. We're pals. I can probably share it at some point.
Well, that's a question I've had because I think it came up once that that Kanan's family had an understanding with yours or something. I think we had mentioned that at one point. I don't know if we solidified that.
I'm trying to remember now too.
Yeah, I was curious whether
we knew about each other.
We did? Okay. Well then that's fine. Yeah. I could not remember that specific little bit.
At some point I thought that the topic of the Chens had been aware of the family of werewolves that were living in town.
Yeah.
And we're
we probably would. That makes a lot of sense.
Don't go around eating people and we won't have to, show up and kill you.
Cool.
Is beautiful.
Well then, yeah, it's fine. I'll just say, all right, I'll say the same thing of Avery, there's soup out there. Kanan, Avery's got soup, so don't worry about this. And I'm going to take out the toothpick that Xavier gave to me, and I say to everybody, let's see what we're getting ourselves into. And I'm going to reach into my back pocket, and I'm going to pull out what looks like a long black, obsidian diamond-shaped pendulum.
Okay.
At the end of a braided black rope. And I'm going to kind of loop the rope around my hand a little bit and hold the pendulum up in front of me above the toothpick. And I'm going to use one of my Reaper abilities of Convene, which is you can call for the spirits of the deceased and speak to them as long as I possess a personal item of theirs.
Noted. Awesome. So you get this little pendulum out and you start doing the sort of psychic, almost hypnosis, a swing to it. What when you start to activate this, is there a sort of visual effect that happens from Jason?
I think on the outside, the only thing that you really notice is that Jason seems very focused and very still. His eyes are closed, and the most unusual part of it is the pendulum's motion isn't correct as you would expect the pendulum to go. It doesn't swing back and forth. It swings one direction and then as it hits the middle, it goes back off to a different side and it kind of zips around a little bit as if it's trying to focus on something. And if it succeeds, then it locks dead center and stays taut, pointing at the middle. But if it doesn't, it just kind of goes back to swinging around normally.
Fantastic. So you let this thing swing, and for a while it's doing just that. It hits the center, changes directions, continues doing that for a ways. During this time, Avery and Kanan, you're just watching as Jason, the fucking cartoon character McGee, becomes the most still you've probably ever seen him ever.
I think Avery has her hands like on the wheel and is like seeing this thing move in weird directions. Just soup. Just
I'm gonna like lean in, like I'm sitting in the back seat, but I'm like leaning in the middle, trying not to disturb Jason, but I'm going to turn to Avery and I'm like, hey, what's the soup thing? He said that as if I should just know what that means. What?
We've been using it as a euphemism for things of a certain nature that not quite natural.
For this kind of thing? And I just nod my head to Jason.
Yeah, that's soup.
Okay, and you've got soup too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my
Kanan
soup's
just accepts
definitely
that.
like regular, like Campbell's soup. Like this is like intense soup going on right now.
I like Campbell's soup. Just like lean back in the back seat.
Awesome. This pendulum continues to go for a bit, and eventually just settles back to its normal, a normal, what's the word I'm looking for? The swing of any regular pendulum, and then settles.
Okay.
So you've attempted to convene with someone who's deceased, and it hasn't worked.
All right. I like open my eyes back up, put the pendulum away, and I say, "Good news, everybody. Nothing happened."
Is that good news? What?
It is good news. If something did happen, then that is very bad for Austin. But nothing happened, so we're fine. Probably. He probably just left his phone off.
Okay, well, since we're just eating soup in this car, I might as well.
This is the soup mobile now.
Stop, that's what it's called. Sorry. Well, since we're just eating soup in this car, now I'm in the sake of honesty, I should probably tell you that I can sometimes just get the answer to questions when I ask them very diligently. I know that sounds dumb, but it works sometimes. And I looked to see where Austin was, and I'm pretty sure I saw. I mean, what does Cthulhu look like?
I think it's like tentacles and a bad time.
Okay. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So maybe we can be a little bit worried. So whatever Austin's up to, it's somewhere between perfectly fine and worst case scenario. It's not either of those things, but it's in the middle.
Worst case scenario being cosmic eldritch horror.
Well,
for just Austin, I was thinking, him being unalived. But he's not that.
Okay. Avery, I appreciate you sharing that with me. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I understand secrets they kind of prowl up on you, you know what I mean? You'll have to forgive me. I don't quite want to spill my soup.
No, please. No, honestly, no. You don't have to tell me anything.
Okay. I'm just working through some stuff on my own, and I just, so.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But I appreciate you. And Kanan, full sincerity, has a new appreciation for Avery. Like, oh, okay.
And
about how close are we to the liquor store at this point?
That's what I was just about to ask.
I would say at this point, you're a block or two away.
Okay.
So do we have a plan? Or are we just looking for Austin? Like, what do we do if we don't find him?
I mean, hopefully he's inside talking to someone he knew or fell asleep in his car or just, I don't know. But I figure we kind of take it from there.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
to me.
I mean, we look around, and if we need a plan B, then we can make a plan B. But hopefully,
and then
we don't need to worry about that.
If we can't figure out anything, you might be seeing some of my soup, Avery. And Kanan's just really unnerved by even the prospect of leaning into their stuff.
Under his breath, Jason is like, unleash the soup.
I imagine Kanan heard that and is just like, you don't see them behind you, but just staring daggers into the back seat of the car.
That's the next T-shirt, though. Unleash the soup.
It's just a soup progression.
We just have a whole soup line.
So yeah, you get to the liquor store. What exactly are you trying to do?
Look for.
Do we see his car?
You do. You do you know what car is Austin's?
I don't know.
Does he drive
if I
to
would know
school?
Yes.
Then I feel like at least I would know because as somebody else who drives to school, you know where other people park kind of thing. So I don't know if the others drive, but I feel like Avery would at least know.
Cool. Yeah, you see his car. It's parked on the street, sort of like a block down across the street.
That's Austin's car.
Let's go check it out. And then Kanan, weirdly taking charge, is beelining straight for his car.
Yeah, you walk over to his car. You take a look around. Everything looks normal. Just a car sitting there. Doors are locked.
I guess we check the store. Maybe he's in there still. Is the store open still? Like, are there lights on?
I would say that you can kind of see like a person in there that looks like is kind of walking around doing like some closing duties, but like it's still like probably closing within the next couple of minutes.
Well, maybe we can ask the guy in there, see if they've seen him.
Yeah.
You go ahead. I'm gonna keep looking around out here. Something feels off to me.
Okay. And Jason is just gonna do kind of a light jog over to the liquor store.
Avery kind of watches after Jason and then turns back to Kanan and kind of like stays for a second, but then decides to let Kanan have the moment to do whatever they want to do to look without spilling any soup. So I think Avery follows after Jason.
Awesome. So you two head towards the thing, towards the store. Kanan is staying by the car. So Isla, you are in the shop. Did you just head to sleep times, or is Isla up to anything else this evening?
I don't.
I still didn't want us to stick on these antics and not jump back to you. So.
I don't think she's up to anything fantastic. I think she's just, polishing that candlestick, placing it neatly into the line of the other candlesticks.
Oh, hell yeah. You it hits you like halfway through cleaning. You go, oh, wait. And you like run back towards like the kitchen and start going through the drawers that you've probably gone through 100 times at this point. And you find some of like the nice long candles. I don't know what.
Taper candles.
Is that what it's called, a taper candle? Yeah, you find a few of those from like when, like probably like when the restaurant tried to do like fancy nights, and so you even got a couple candles for your nice candelabra.
Perfect.
That you stole this evening.
Awesome. I'll have a nice candlelit sit on my bed.
Yeah, very. You gotta love a good candlelit sit.
It's calming. It's a good time.
You spent some time trying to clean the gunk off of Mark's jacket, right. And fantastic. Let's go to a storefront. So you make your way to the store. You hear the jingle-lingle of a bell, and you see standing in the shop Kai Hazel.
Oh, hi.
They are sitting there with the broom, and they kind of give you like that worker, like someone comes in like 2 minutes before closing, like, what can I do for you?
Hey, look, Kai, not here to buy anything, so I'll be out of here soon. Did Austin come in here earlier?
Yeah, he came in and he bought a bunch of alcohol and then he left.
So he left. Okay. He never came back to the party after that, and his car is like still parked here.
He's Austin Barker. I probably found a different party on his way to his car. That's kind of what he does, right?
Yeah. That's probably all that happened. Hey, thanks for the info. I'll get out of your way. Have a good night.
Have a good night. They go back.
See you at practice.
To their sweeping.
Avery kind of hesitates. Did Austin seem nervous about anything, or?
No. Why? He seemed like his normal cocky self. Flicked his toothpick at least 40 times while he was in here, and
yeah, no, right, of course.
It was pretty much classic Austin.
Great. Well, thank you. Sorry. Have a good night.
Yep. And sort of as you go, they close the door and lock it behind you, and turn off the open sign and go about cleaning indoors.
They did definitely not want us to be there.
Look, it's pretty late. I wouldn't want us to be here either. But okay, so Austin's car is over there. If there was a party between here and there, sure, but there's no way there's a party in this block.
Oh. I look around the building. Are there any cameras?
At this part of town, no. Okay. This is like the sort of the shabbier side of town.
No worries, just checking.
Like traffic lights haven't been put up. Well, not traffic lights, but not like traffic cams haven't been put up or anything. It's pretty.
And nothing from the liquor store checking the parking lot or anything. It's just like
no.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not even a parking lot to this place. It's like think like downtown BG where it's just like storefront after storefront after storefront.
Again with your very specific references.
Well, I'm just trying. Yeah. I mean, like think like a small town, square where it's just a bunch of stores like stuck together. Yeah. Not like a park. It's like street parking in front of it, and that's it.
Okay.
I want to just do like a lap around the liquor store and just like look around.
Yeah, like I said, you have to walk a bit down. It's a bunch of storefronts that are like stuck together, so you can't walk around just the liquor store itself. But you make a walk around the building. You don't really. The back of the store seems just like the back of a regular store, and there's really not much of interest there.
I just say, well, whatever. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'll say it. I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
Let's go check on. Let's go make sure Kanan's doing okay.
Yeah.
When we get back to the car, I want to try to convene again on his car.
On the car, like convene on Austin by his car, or
yeah.
Okay.
Because I'll like pull out the toothpick and I'll be like, maybe he didn't put this in his mouth yet, and I'll just kind of flick it away.
You give it another try. Just like before, the pendulum does a bunch of its sporadic sort of bounces and then settles into its normal swing until it comes to its final rest.
All right, well, that's still a good sign. But I still don't feel good about any of this.
Kanan, do you want to do any last few things by the car?
Yes. As they were going inside, I want to use one of my moves. Heightened senses. When you rely on your animal instincts to make sense of a charged situation, roll with dark. On a 10 up, it says I can ask you 3 questions, and it gives me a list of 5, but I wanted to ask you, like, how strict are we on those 5 questions?
I am happy to be flexible within reason.
Okay.
So if you've got, like a really good pressing question, then...
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, what exactly happened in full detail, please?
Tell me everything.
What are the major plot points, and how do I solve them? Okay, so I am going to roll with, what did I just say? Dark? All right, let's do it. This isn't hoping for the best here.
Oh.
I failed. I got a 5.
All right. So you, just for a moment while the others are gone, let the wolf out to play a little bit. Your eyes sort of hit that lupine look. Your canine sort of elongate, and you let your nose, you try to follow your nose wherever it goes. Mm-hmm. So you take a few sniffs around, and it just smells like a street corner. It's Friday night. Smells like a little bit of beer, a little bit of piss. Like there's been a lot of people through here probably at some point tonight. But other than that, you're not really getting anything of interest.
All right. Kanan's like very frustrated that didn't work. Kanan was like, surely I'll get to his car and I'll pick up his scent or something like that, but not being able to find anything through like just all the scents around.
Yeah.
Like, God.
Did you mark experience for your failure?
Oh, I will now.
Fantastic. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, the other 2 meet you at the car. Jason does this little pendulum convene.
I think.
Fine.
Yeah, I think there's one last thing Avery wants to do.
Okay.
And I was debating rolling to keep her cool, but I think she's seeing how much the other 2 are really truly looking for Austin right now. So she's able to get past without keeping her cool here. She's going to gaze into the abyss one more time.
All right, you're going to do one more attempt.
And I think while she's at the car, maybe in the moment, and she's trying, her goal is to see an aerial bird's eye view of what happened and why Austin didn't make it back to the car. So, okay, I'm going to use roll 20. Hey!
Yeah!
It's a 12.
We got there!
Beautiful.
Wow. I'm not sure I've succeeded at all yet. Oh, no, I did.
Now.
I did a couple times, but here we are. This feels great for now.
Maybe one day I'll be up there.
So you let your mind sort of recede and flow into the air just like you do whenever you become that of a raven. You sort of watch the sort of like a reverse time lapse of the street happen, and you start to begin to see the scene play out a little like you did earlier. Those quick flashes of him arriving at his car, him dropping his bags, him looking horrified And then you feel what he felt in that moment. A sharp pierce to the stomach. It's tight. It's harsh. And then, like before, your vision blackens as you hear a voice say, Sullivan. And just like before, you are shunted back out of this vision, feeling the pain you felt before take a harm.
Point of visual order, is her nose bleeding again, or?
Yeah, her nose begins to bleed again, and you said something happened with your eyes last time,
Her eyes,
right?
when she gazes, become that of Raven, so they kind of fill out in that like really big
The,
black
like, marble
area.
looking.
Yeah, and you snap back out.
Okay. All right.
Are you okay? What was that? Probably soup. Whatever. Are you all right? You're bleeding again.
Yeah, sorry. Austin is definitely not okay.
Well, what happened? Where is he? What? Sorry.
No.
What's going on?
Okay, let me try to explain. And then I will kind of reiterate what I saw in that gaze and like telling about like what I felt, what I think Austin was feeling. And I think the only thing I'll leave out is what the word was. I think I don't tell them that. I think that's just for me right now. I'm going to try and figure that out. But I do tell them that I heard a voice, but I couldn't make it out kind of thing.
I couldn't make it out. Okay, wink.
Wink wonk.
Awesome. Are you planning on doing anything else this evening? Because I'm hoping to get us out of this day, because we've been here for this being our third session.
That's true. I don't think so. I think Avery would offer to drop off Kanan and Jason at their homes.
Fantastic. One last bit for this evening. Isla, you finally get to sleep. You're not sure how long you were asleep, but you're awoken by some thumps, some sounds of like coming from the hole that comes up into the shop.
Into my room or
You're
another
like-
hole?
Yeah, like the one that would come up into your room, yes. And you hear like, fuck, ow. And then you finally hear, oh, ow.
I have grabbed the candlestick.
All right, you grab the candlestick. You take the taper candles
Yes.
off. You just got the candlestick in hand.
Candlestick in one hand, candlestick in the other, for no reason.
Fantastic. And you got them. Oh, Isla.
I'm gonna put the candle close to the person.
So you sort of like lean it over the edge of like the hole, because nothing's come up. You just heard a bunch of sounds down there, so you sort of just kind of lean over the edge, and you see, lying on the ground, just full on splayed, is Julian.
It's my boyfriend.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of These Silent Secrets. If you liked what you heard today, there's a few ways that you can support the show. First and foremost, you can like, review, subscribe to us on any podcaster that'll let you. Next, word of mouth. Let your friends know about us. Everyone has that friend who tells them about this podcast they've been listening to, and a lot of times you don't listen to that podcast. The good news is you can be that friend, and this time they'll listen to the podcast. You can check us out online on Twitter at Silent Secret Pod or at thesilientsecrets.com. If you want to support the show monetarily, you can check out the Ghostlight Media Patreon at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. There you can donate to us monthly and get some fantastic rewards. Lastly, you can check all of us out on Twitter. Nicole at Nicole Voice, Marcus at Marcus RVO, Mariah at _Mariah Clawson, Freddie at Freddie_Pow, and myself at That Guy Zach Robb. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode. But until then, always remember, do not soup and drive, people. Just don't do it. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.